Hey guys, welcome to another Steve's bass lesson. You're probably asking yourself, what's Steve doing in the fencing gear when it's a bass guitar lesson? Well, the answer is quite simple, because I believe that we have a lot to learn from the art of fencing to apply to bass guitaring. I might take this off. I can see you, but you probably can't see me very well. Just take. Well, firstly, some of the greatest fencers in the world are Russians, and there's a reason for this. When Russian fencing students first start, they're not allowed to touch a foil. The foil's it's this sword. It's not made of foil. I think they call it a foil because you foil your victim with it. Foil their plans. I don't know, maybe the early ones were made out of foil. I don't think aluminium was around then. Yes, Russians, before they're allowed to touch a foil, they have to learn footwork. They have to learn 4 years of footwork before they're even allowed to pick up their fake sword. And I think there's a lot to be learned for that as it applies to the bass guitar. Because when you're playing the bass guitar, the main thing you use to keep time, besides the drummer and your brain, is your foot. It's continuously tapping up and down. You don't see many bass guitarists in wheelchairs or without feet for this reason, because you do need to constantly tap out that rhythm with your foot. I would show you this, but I can't move the computer. It's a 27-inch iMac and it's quite heavy and hard to reposition. But you probably see my upper body movement and probably just hear my foot. So I think, if I had my way, every music student, bass guitar student, would not be allowed to pick up their foil, or in this case, their bass guitar. They should not be allowed to pick up their weapon until they've done 4 years of footwork. And that means, you'd be tapping like a pro. And then when finally it came to pick up your bass guitar and play some music, you'd have the footwork in order. That's not where the comparison with fencing ends. Of course, the bass guitar is shaped very much like a foil. You've got the long pointy bit at the end, like this is the blade. You've got this knobble on the end, which is the head, but also you've got a knobble on the end of a foil. Of course, that's there so the rubber bit, so you don't go through the plastron and penetrate someone's heart, which has happened in the past. Some tragic fencing deaths. It's actually quite a dangerous sport. So you've got the physical similarity here. You've got the footwork. Many great bass guitarists were actually great swordsmen also. Charles Mingus. He was an acoustic upright bass guitarist, so he would naturally use the non-electric foil. The Mighty Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers is also a brilliant fencer. They're the only two that spring to mind, but there are others. I know there are others. I've read it on the internet. I just can't bring them. I can't think of them at the moment. Anyway, so what do you take away from today's lesson? Don't touch your foil, your bass guitar, until you've got the footwork under control. Maybe 4 years is a little excessive, but maybe 3 years is not excessive. Even if it's 3 hours, I don't know. Just practice the footwork a bit before you pick up the guitar. 3 minutes is too small, but 3 hours, 30 minutes maybe. And also, if you get the chance, take up fencing. It's a great sport. There is that danger that you could be penetrated by the sword and die. But join the ranks of the great bass guitar / fencers. Anyway, until next time, stay cool. Wear that face mask too while you're practicing the the guitar, it actually stops the sweat going on the strings and the strings rusting. Anyway, be cool, as I said.